Substantiating the report with videos and photographs available, the volunteers and concerned youth said pipeline is not close to the area where this spill is noticed. The youths also reported that there was an oil spill in the community in 2018, for which the community is currently at the Supreme Court against Shell, seeking for justice, and yet another crude oil spill occurred in November 2022. Crude oil could be seen oozing from the ground and flowing freely under fresh water environment vegetation.
He, however, called on relevant government agencies, including the National Oil Spill Detection and Response Agency, NOSTRA, to urgently visit the scene of the oil spill.
YEAC Nigeria calls NOSTRA to immediately lead a delegation of operators, including Shell, that has pipeline rights of way in the community, together with non-governmental organizations, community leadership, political leaders in the area, and other critical stakeholders to ETEO for a joint investigation visit (JIV) to the spill site with a view of determining the cause of the crude oil spill and steps taken to clamp the spill points to forestall further devastation of the ecosystem.
NOSTRA has yet to confirm this incident. You should know that the actual cause of the similar oil spill which happened in Aleto, Eleme on June 11 remains unknown. Correspondent Ibio Ruwari reports that the joint investigation visit team is about revisiting the Aleto oil spill site following disagreement on the possible cause of the oil spill by the community leaders. 3 weeks after the cost of petrol increased by almost 200% due to the removal of subsidy, filling station owners in Port Harcourt have been speaking about how they have been coping in business. The chairman of Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron in Rivers State, Francis Dingpa, says members of the association are merely surviving. Mr. Dingpa says NNPCL is demanding extra money for products the retailers already paid for 3 months ago. He said if they were given the products before the subsidy removal, they would have sold it below the current cost of petrol.
The federal government through NNPC collected money from us of our civilians and used it to buy product under subsidy. And now that subsidy has gone, they are asking us to pay 3 times the money they have collected from us before we can carry products. Product that you bought for 20 naira, they are asking you to pay 60 naira before you can carry it. And they have held your 20 naira for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. We're not asking for palliative. We're asking them to give us product at the prices for which we paid before removal of subsidy. And then we will now sell it gradually at maybe a little lower than the 500 that NNPC is talking about.
The Petron chairman also explained how some filling stations are able to sell below the NNPCL's 511 naira per litre.
Presently, we are selling less than NNPC. President, why? Because some of the private depots give us 50% of old price. But the one we paid them, they told us to pay 50% of palliative, which we have paid, and they give us that product. That's why we are selling less than NNPC. NNPC is refusing to give us to reduce anything for us. They say they're asking us to pay 150% of the old money that we paid. So it's a very killing process. So and that is why price might go to above 550 if care is not taken coming days.
Meanwhile, organized labor is kicking against the proposed salary increase for political and judicial office holders, describing it as provocative due to the pain Nigerians are experiencing since the removal of petrol subsidy. As you may know, the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission is recommending an upward review of the basic salaries of political and judicial office holders. The salary review will require legislation by the National and State Assemblies before its implementation. The Commission says the last review was done in 2007, which led to the 2008 Acts on the remuneration of political office holders. It stated that having considered the consumer price index of some selected baskets of commodities that has collectively grown by an average of 371% from 2008 to 2022, has adjusted the current annual basic salary of all categories of political, public, and judicial office holders in the country upward by 114%. The Commission spokesperson Christian Watriku says the rate of the salary increase has not been fixed. Speaking on this, a vice president of the Trade Union Congress of Nigeria, TUC, Tommy Atim, said the TUC has always called for a reduction in the cost of governance. He said if the Commission proceeds with the salary review, Labour will use the opportunity to table more allowances for the Nigerian people. On its part, the Academic Staff Union of Polytechnics described the proposed 114% pay rise for elected politicians as provocative and insensitive. The national president of the union, Anderson Ezebe, said it is difficult to see the rationale behind such a move by the government in a country where the working class are under severe economic pains. In another development, some student leaders in Rivers State are calling on Governor Siminalayi Fubara to extend a gesture of providing free buses for civil servants in the state to the student community. The Director of Information at the University of Port Harcourt Student Union Government, Forum Fred, urged the state government to prioritize students in their policies.
Let us not center this whole stress of subsidy removal to only civil servants. The student community is a large community, and as such, we'll be needing this kind of gesture from the government, particularly as it concerns students in Rivers State. If, as a student, we get a bus that drives around the university, it will help to cushion the effect of a high cost of transportation, at least for students who are eagerly yearning that the transport fare should be reduced.
The SUG president of Rivers State University, Miracle Anyele, also spoke.
The civil servants, in a very clear sense, are able to provide themselves with some resources that can cater for their transportation fare and other basic responsibilities. But then the student community are the people who truly need this welfare. They are the people who truly need this aid at this point in time. A lot of students are complaining and are crying of the hike in transportation fare as a result of the removal of the subsidy. Extension of these free buses for the students will be a very big reliever to them. They will, at the end of the day, see the governor to be somebody who has the interests of both the civil servant and interests of the student community.
Recall that Governor Fubara had assured the Nigerian Labour Congress in the state of providing a good work environment and buses to cushion the impact of the removal of the petrol subsidy. In the meantime, Governor Fubara has emphasized the need for a timely completion of the Bonny-Bodo Road project up to the section of the East-West Road in the Ogoni axis to ease traffic on the road. Governor Fubara said this when he received the management of Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Limited, NLNG, at the Government House yesterday.
We're doing all we can to support you in terms of security. So we expect that in this your Train 7, you need to carry the state along. It's not just enough to have some sort of agreement or understanding with your host community. At a larger scale, Rivers State is your host community. We need employment. For our youth, we need also support for those people who can also get involved in a level of contracts there.
On his part, the Managing Director of NLNG Limited, Dr. Philip Imshabila, said the 38-kilometer road from Bodo to Bunny Island, currently being constructed by the company in collaboration with the federal government, will be completed by the first quarter of 2024 with a plan to connect it to the East-West Road.
We have been working with the federal government to build a road that will connect Bonny Island with the mainland. This is a 38-kilometer road that is currently under construction. We expect that that will be completed sometime between the end of this year and the first quarter of next year. And when that is completed, you should be able to actually get in your car and drive from Port Harcourt to Bonny and back on a road and not have to go by boat. This will be the first of its kind.
Away from that, APC chieftain Tony Okocha has appealed to the immediate past governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, to join the APC and assume party leadership in the state. Mr. Okocha, who was the leader of the disbanded Tinubu-Shettima Presidential Campaign Organization, made the appeal after a meeting with members of the party in Port Harcourt. Mr. Okocha said the leadership of the PDP does not appreciate Nyesom Wike's influence.
We're also here to rekindle, to reinstate, to re-emphasize that in the leadership of the Tinubu's family in Rivers State, that we acquiesce 100% to Chief His Excellency Barrister Ezewon Nyesom Wike. We acquiesce to him as our leader, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune. When it was difficult, when even the national could not oblige us funds for a national rally, the magic was done by somebody. When Omefele and his team made it impossible for monies to move for a campaign to states, somebody made it possible for us to fund our agents in the 6,868 polling units in Rivers State.
Mr. Okocha, who was also a former chief of staff at Rivers State Government House, also urged President Tinubu to give whatever benefit is due Rivers State to former Governor Wike. He said the former governor has worked hard and should be rewarded.
We'll make these demands. Our demand, because we won election. Rivers State is one of the states in Nigeria that deliver Tinubu outrightly. South and Southeast, it's only in Rivers State that Tinubu won outrightly. So we have a right of entitlement. And our demand is that nobody should rob Peter to pay Paul. Our own share of the booty should be given to us. It should be handed over to His Excellency Ezemo Nyesom Wike, CON. We say so because we are confident that as soon as it gets to him, he knows those who worked for Tinubu, and it will get to us. Yes.
Correspondent Emeka Otukari reports that Mr. Okocha also congratulated President Bola Tinubu on his achievement in office so far. He said the president has not disappointed the party. Time for commercial break, but still ahead. Constant rainfall leaves homes flooded in Oyibo River State. Navy reacts to rumors of outgoing naval chief's refusal to hand over. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Now to the rest of the newscast. Residents of Oyibo Urban in Oyibo local government area of River State say the continued rainfall has left their homes flooded. Some residents who spoke to our correspondent appealed to the state government to urgently construct proper drainage in the area and link it to the popular Imo River.
Government should come for attention. You need to visit the drainage already done. Instead of sending flood Imo River, you bring flood back up.
We are suffering here. I beg, Mokona can help us for you. River State government, Mokona can help us. Imo River, like this water can be channeled. We need a good drainage.
And NDDC, for them to come and help us for Poultry Road, Urban. Rain entering our houses, spoiling our business because no drainage.
On behalf of Oyibo people, Oyibo West, please, we don't have anywhere to go to. Our home is flooded.
The president of the Movement for the Development of Oyibo Ethnic Nationality, Victor Kute, also spoke to correspondent Sobi Oruwari on this.
It allows the constitutional reform to give states more power to participate in that regulation, not necessarily by itself in the power supply. If some of the quote-unquote innovative actioned, we see more quality actions taken on them. We have discussed the license. There are still many issues to go ahead. Invariably, the federal government policy of relying on what they call right price means that we're going to pay more. In fact, the utility tariff due for a review from what I hear, and that means you should expect higher tariffs.
The chairman of the Ogba Egbema Ndoni local government area, Vincent Job, has flagged off the construction of the Ukpurupu Ali Community Health Center. The health center, when completed, will consist of one female and one male ward, a labor room, a laboratory, a dispensary, doctors and matrons offices, a general office, as well as conveniences. Speaking during the brief flag-off ceremony, the chairman of the council said the project is in line with his administration's policy to improve and ensure access to healthcare delivery in communities in the area.
Health, as you all know, is wealth. Hence, it is in our priority list. In this sub-sector, we have been able to float a free health scheme for the aged from 60 years and above. We donated lawn mowing machine to Omok General Hospital, donated 10 kVA generator to Baga Health Center, and ensured regular immunization of children as prescribed by the World Health Organization. The administration is equipping modern health center with the state-of-the-art facility. I am proud to inform you that this modern facility will soon be commissioned. I urge the people of Okupa in particular, and the so many in general, to own and guard the facility jealously, as well as make maximum use of it to improve your health status.
The Onelga Council Board also flagged off the construction of a town hall at Ubiogbo community. He urged the community to give all necessary support to the contractor to ensure the quick completion of the projects.
We are all gathered here today for the groundbreaking of Obibo Town Hall, a project initiated by the present administration in Upper Ebimandoni local government area. As part of our efforts to touch every nook and cranny of the local government and in line with our campaign promises. As a result of our needs assessment of Obibo community, we came up with this town hall project, which is aimed at uniting the people through meetings, cultural gathering, and other social political events. Let me assure you people that the project will be completed in record time. Within 2 years in office of this administration, we have been able to improve on our social infrastructure.
Correspondent Mekodika reports that the CDC chairman of Ukpurupu Ali community, Felix Obulo, and the youth president, Stanley Moses, while thanking the council chairman for the project, said it is a dream come true for the community. Our correspondent reports that events had in attendance the vice chairman, Stella Agada, councillors, supervisory councillors, traditional rulers, chiefs, women, and youths. The Nigerian Navy says it is not true that the ongoing chief or the outgoing chief of the naval staff, Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo, refused to hand over to the incoming chief of the naval staff, Rear Admiral E.I. Ogala. The Director of Information, Commodore Ayo Vagon, said in a statement that the program of events leading to the formal handing and taking over ceremony has started with a public ceremony to be held on Friday, June 23, in line with age-long naval tradition. Now to the foreign scene.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
A German woman who joined the Islamic State ISIS group has been jailed for 9 years for crimes including keeping a Yazidi woman as a slave. She was also found guilty of crimes against humanity and a membership in a foreign terrorist organization. On the news this morning, you heard another oil spill has been reported in Eleme River State. Organized labor is kicking against the proposed salary review for political office holders. Governor Fubara is calling for a timely completion of Bodoboni Road project. APC chieftain Antonio Kocha is begging former Governor Yeson Wike to join their party. Constant rainfall has left homes flooded in Oyibo River State. Navy has dismissed a remote refusal of outgoing naval chief to hand over. On the foreign scene, a woman has been jailed in Germany for keeping another woman a slave. The news was edited by Chama Ezenwafo. Cloudy weather in Port Harcourt this morning. Peace is the path to the prosperity of a nation. Let peace reign. I am Kala Dakoru Batubo. Good morning and stay tuned.
Stay with us.